Hello, Go Horrors and fellow Deadites. I am Brendan, and welcome to Our Life in Horror. Today, we're going to be having a couple special guests on, and it is going to be another physical media discussion I have. But before that, I do have a quick little announcement to play for you guys. So check this out.
Hi guys, it's Sam. I just wanted to remind you all that we are doing a collab video and it is going to be for spooky season. So basically what we want is for you guys to send us a short clip, it can be around a minute long, of you telling us what your favorite Halloween movie is and why. You have until the end of August to do this. You can send it to ourlifeinhorror@hotmail.com. Please let me know if you end up sending one because sometimes they end up in our spam folder, but we want everyone involved. You don't have to be a content creator to do this. You can do it from your phone for all I care. We just want to hear what everybody's festive movies are. Stay spooky.
Awesome. There you go. If you guys have not sent us a video yet, please do. We would absolutely love it. I know Sam's been looking forward to making this video for a very long time. So please hit us up with something. Just you don't have to be a content creator or anything. Just send us what you can, and we would absolutely love to put you in our video. So without further ado, me bring on our special guests here. We got Beau. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. And we also got Aaron here from AB Horror Movies. Beau, of course, let's start off with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me right here on YouTube at Critic After Dark. That's my channel name. And I basically just watch movies and talk about them and showcase new stuff I've purchased. And yeah, the usual. Just show off shit, try and convince you to buy stuff.
You're currently running through the year 1996.
I have watched and ranked the entire year of 96. So I've watched about 120 movies total for the year in the last 3.5 months probably. And I'm just ranking them all the whole year. And then I'm going to move on to different years. Just stuff I enjoy doing. I watch a lot of movies, so I figured I might as well talk about them.
And Aaron, where can people find you and tell us about your channel?
Yeah, sure thing. Hi, Brendan. Hi, Beau. So I am a co-host at A&B Horror Movies. You can find us here on YouTube. My co-host, Ben, is in the UK, so he's actually asleep right now. But if we do this again in the future, he will definitely join. You can also find us on Instagram at A&B Horror Movies, or AB Horror Movies. And I'm on Instagram as Aaron's Movies 8587. Thanks for having me.
Hey, of course. I love to have new faces on here. I'm very excited. And of course, I love having my friend Beau on here. That feels like it's been a while since we've talked.
Yeah, it actually has. It's been, probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah, which is odd.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is kind of going to be like a kind of round table discussion. I got some ideas here to throw out at you guys. But first of all, when did you guys start collecting?
I'll let you go
first, Beau. Okay, I can go first. Go.
Yeah.
Gosh, let's see. I remember when DVDs first came out in the late 90s. That's probably when I first started collecting. My first DVD was The Matrix. I forget what else I bought. I know that was the first one I got with a DVD player, and ever since. And then Blu-rays came out. Now we're at 4Ks. I'm all about physical media.
Yeah, my story's all over the place. I started collecting back in like 2002, I would say. Mm-hmm. I'd never collected VHSs. I was too young when that was a thing. But so my collection began with DVDs, and I built up a massive collection in the 2000s. And then I had to move to a small place where I couldn't take them all. So I sold them all off and decided I'm going digital. Fuck it. and then I was like, you know what? In about 2019, I restarted collecting again. And yeah, now my house is so full of movies, I don't know what to do with them all.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
I can relate. It's very impressive, your background right there. Are there any, I've got a question for you. Are there any movies that you wish you had not sold and gotten rid of?
Oh, good God, so many. A lot of them were straight to DVD releases in the 2000s. Things like just like D movies, like Ice Spiders, and movies you will never find on Blu-ray. You'll probably never even find the DVDs again for a lot of those movies. But I had hundreds of just really rare horror movies. That's my biggest regret, that I'll probably never be able to get those back again. And if I did find them, they're probably worth a fortune now. Or I probably got rid of them for like 50 cents
50
back in the day. Yeah. But yeah.
I can't believe that neither of you two gentlemen got a hold of some VHS tapes collecting.
I did. Okay, I did. I didn't mention the VHS, but then I seem to have lost track of all of them through my college years. So I don't have any at the moment. I do have some at the moment that I purchased. I actually just got the Terrifier Walmart VHS.
Oh,
special.
nice.
That's wild.
Cool. That Bloody Disgusting shelf hasn't been introduced to Canada yet, so
too bad.
Yeah, no, we're holding out. I started collecting VHSs as like a kid, so like I was when the Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series was long and done by the time I got a hold of it, but I was able to find the VHS tapes or the re-releases of episodes. So every time I saw one, I had to convince my mom in order to let me get stuff like that, the VHS. And then eventually my grandmother had like huge like cabinet full of VHSs. So eventually I'd sneak a few of those away here and there. And then I've snagged a couple from friends too, like Predator 2. I don't know where I ended up stealing that one from. As a kid, I definitely stole that one from somebody. And then, I was kind of in the same boat as Beau. I sold off my VHS tapes. And then I started collecting DVDs throughout my high school years. And then at some point I stopped collecting, and then I met Sam, and she got me my first set of Blu-rays because Blu-rays had been out for so long. And I never bothered to upgrade anything. I just would grab the odd DVD here and there. But now collecting is back on full tilt. I'm fully into the boutique labels, 4Ks. So yeah, I'm pretty much well into it.
There's no going back now.
I know.
There's so many options out there, and some really nice editions, I think. Some great 4K titles. Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 4K looks fantastic. I was kind of on the fence about that, but I love it.
That one's a weird one because you almost don't want it to be too cleaned up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You want like the graininess, right?
Yep.
But it looks so damn good. I loved it. It was like a whole new experience.
Did you get the Dark Sky or the Second Sight release?
I have the Second Sight, and I have another release. I actually have the Second Sight. So I haven't opened this one. I did get this, but I don't want to open it because it's hard to find.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is 4K, right?
Yep.
So I watched I think there's a steelbook of it.
Yep, that's the Dark Sky release.
Okay, so I had the steelbook and I had one of the slipcover, both 4K.
Nice.
They're upstairs though. What about you guys? What did you get?
I actually just have the regular edition of it. None of the collector editions of the 4K.
Okay.
I know Brendan has
one. I managed to find a cheap slipcover version on eBay. By the time it got to me, there's a pretty good scratch in there, so I'm a little worried. No. I haven't been to check and see if I can fix it or anything like that yet. So I haven't even bothered to try to watch it yet.
Yeah, and scratches on 4K discs are usually pretty. You're screwed, basically.
Permanent. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a little too deep, so I got to take it to a store and see if they'll fix it up for me. So when you guys upgrade your physical media, do you guys sell off your old stuff?
I don't know. I keep them.
You keep everything?
I keep everything. Yes. Nice. Certain movies, like all these right here behind me, like you can see, they're all Halloween, the first edition. I've got VHS, I've got DVDs, I got Blu-rays, 4Ks, media books, steel books. It's my favorite film, so that's my little shrine. It's my Halloween shrine.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was looking at that actually. Pretty cool.
What about you, Beau? Do you sell yours off?
Yes, I do. I get rid of it unless it's some kind of like special edition or something. Obviously, I'll keep it. But if I just have like a plain Blu-ray copy of a movie and I upgrade to the 4K, I'll usually go dump the Blu-ray at my local like videos, what do you call it, video retailer. And yeah, we still have one of those here. There's one in Woodstock.
Oh, that's nice.
A used video store. Yeah, there's not a whole lot around, but we have one here. So I usually just drop it off to them and let them do what they want with it. But yeah, if it's a collector's edition, I'll definitely keep it. I'll keep it and just keep adding to the editions. I think I have like Alien and like so many copies of it. I don't know why. It's not even one of my. It's good, but it's not one of my personal favorite movies. But I have it in like so many different box sets. It's crazy, and the 4K by itself and stuff like that. But yeah,
I can relate.
I definitely usually try to get away with selling them, but by the time you're selling the Blu-ray, everybody knows that, so they won't accept the price that you want for it.
yes,
I've upgraded some Scream Factories, and I've been trying for the life of me to sell the steel books that I purchased, and some of them aren't opened, but nobody wants to seem to pay the price for them. So
yeah,
Really, the Scream Factory steelbooks, like
Yep.
what? Some of the original Scream Factory steels,
yeah,
like,
the
Humanoids from the Deep, Galaxy of Terror.
Yep. I got a Motel Hell for sale, and that's unopened,
That's a good one.
and Life Force unopened.
Oh yeah, I have that one too.
yeah.
Cool.
Hard to get rid of them once the 4Ks are released.
I know,
If
and
the 4K comes out, those ones, the price drops in half immediately, basically.
I know, but you think it being the steel book, supposedly only 10,000 copies were made. That's what's literally printed on the wrapper there. You'd think it would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So, are you going to eBay? Like, where are you trying? Mercari? Where are you trying to sell them?
I'm just doing Marketplace right now.
Marketplace. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love my steelbooks, so I haven't thought about selling them. I'd probably have more shelf space.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is if you sell them, you might be able to get your money back, and then you'll be able to get maybe a little something else.
True.
Yeah, that's the boat.
No, I get it. Mm-hmm.
Mine's more shelf space, to be honest. Like when I'm always trying to figure out a way to, like, what am I gonna do when I run out of space? Is always my problem, because this is just one wall. Like I actually have 3 more walls that are this size, so it's really about like, I'm getting close. Like right now, I got maybe space for maybe 150 more. And then I'm probably screwed again, and I'm gonna have to start expanding into like my kitchen or something. You know what I mean? Take all the dishes.
Well, they look
in the garbage.
They look very nice, but yeah, I hear you. I've got some stacks over here. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them.
Yeah, I know. I got this whole middle shelf here was full with DVDs, and then I upgraded, so I sold my DVDs, and like all my Blu-rays are in the farther shelf over there. But that thing was full before, and now it's starting to look whittled down.
Yeah, making room for all the upgrades.
Yeah. So another question here: what does collecting physical media mean to you?
I'll let you lead on this one.
Gosh, well, I've become a huge collector. I think since COVID, I've really gotten back into it. Like you were saying, Beau, I've always had a pretty big collection of movies, like DVDs. For a while, I was trying to sell them off on eBay, and it just became such a pain that it wasn't worth it. So I would say preserving the films. I love the nostalgic value, especially some of the 80s and 90s horrors. I like to collect multiple editions, and I guess it just comes down to I own these movies, and no one can edit them or take them away. God forbid something happened like a fire. I don't even want to say that, but for now I own them and they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's pretty much why I collect, is that I just, like, other than that, I'll add a couple things. Like I love the feeling of getting that item in your hand. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know what it is, just that feeling as soon as you own it. Like I'll watch movies on streaming services too. I pretty much have all the streaming services as well, but when I do, it doesn't feel as important to me. Like there's just something about taking a disc out of my case, putting it in the player, firing it up, sitting down, getting ready for the experience. It feels different than when I hit play on a streaming service. I don't know. I'm just more invested, I think, in it. It's probably because you actually are invested. Like you, some of these cases, you've paid $60 a movie, basically, right?
Well, exactly, and you can hold it in your hand. It's something that physical that you own. I mean, I'm the same. I stream. Shudder is my favorite streaming service. I watch it all the time, especially at the gym. And if there's a movie I really like on Shudder, I'll then buy a copy. Like I just watched Backcountry, bought a copy. Craziest bear movie I've seen in a long time. I don't know if you've watched it. It was brutal, it was brutal, and I loved it. And now I own a copy.
That's a hard movie to get your hands on here in Canada for some reason. I don't have
really.
It. Yeah, I haven't. I've been wanting to add it to my collection for a couple years. Just can't get it unless you want to pay like an insane amount. Like you can buy it, but some people are selling it for like $80, $100. It's like I'm not paying that much. That's a little much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk. Maybe I can get some movies for you.
Yeah, I know. You guys in the States are so lucky. I'm all the American websites you guys have. I'm always on them, and I'm like, I can buy it, but by the time I pay the
shipping and
shipping, and then you add the money exchange rate, because Canadian dollars like worth half of an American dollar, so it's ridiculous. But yeah.
Oh well, let me know. I think I got it on Amazon for $15, maybe US dollars, and had it in 2 days. 2 days, maybe.
Was that while it was still in print? Because since I believe
it was just 2 weeks ago.
Oh damn! Okay,
nice.
I was going to say
2 weeks ago. It was in this month of July.
That was a Scream Factory release, right? Because it's an IFC Blu-ray.
Yes, it is.
I believe it is Scream Factory. Yes.
And now IFC has since moved away from Scream Factory, so I think that's going out of print.
Yep. It'll be worth some good money soon.
Yeah, especially with the slipcover.
It doesn't have a slipcover, just the Blu-ray.
Yeah, just the normal.
Mm-hmm. But still, I'm happy with it.
Where did IFC leave? I didn't know they left Scream Factory. Are they going anywhere else? Or are they just packing it up?
They did go somewhere. I believe they're teaming up with Shudder.
Shudder?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know Shudder just also signed a small deal with Vinegar Syndrome.
Yes, something like
cool.
10 properties or something like that. Vinegar Syndrome's going to be able to put out crazy limited editions.
Yes. They look nice.
Cool.
Yeah, the first one was Brooklyn 45. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Yeah, it was okay. Can't say
it was okay.
It felt like a play, didn't it? Because it was all in one setting. It was like you were watching like an off-Broadway kind of play. But a great cast and it was clever, I guess.
Yes.
I did not buy that one.
I didn't either. It's I'll grab it eventually once I get a reasonable price. I pretty much buy everything, so I say I'm not buying that, and then like a month later, it's in my collection.
Yes. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Shudder's killing it. I love. They've done some really good movies. I'm a fan.
They are good. I think they did my favorite horror movie of last year, and that was When Evil Lurks.
I was just going to say When Evil Lurks. Yeah, I bought that one. That's good. It's
phenomenal. Love that movie. Everything about that movie, actually. I could go on about that for hours. But the score is phenomenal.
I love that movie too. Yeah, Caveat is good. The scary little bunny. Anything for Jackson, I really liked.
Yep, that was cool. Going back into 2019, Mortuary Collection, I liked a lot.
Yep, the Scare Package films are good.
Yeah, they have a hell of a library, actually. Hopefully they keep it up.
And some humor too. They did. What is it? Sorry About the Demon was pretty funny. And
Sorry About the Demon.
My gosh, what's the other one? I can't think of the name of it. About the neighbors, where the guy wants to kill his neighbor.
Oh yeah, Destroy All Neighbors.
Yeah.
Destroy All Neighbors. I'm like, oh my god, we interviewed the director, and I couldn't think of the name of his movie.
that was pretty funny.
I hope he's not watching. It was a good movie.
And
the guy in the prosthetics is the guy from Bill and Ted's Big Adventure, which you'd never know watching it. but he's the blonde guy who opposite Keanu Reeves.
Jeez, I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
I didn't either. I couldn't. Yeah. I digress. I'm sorry, Brendan. What do you want to talk about now?
Yeah.
No, of course. Hey, this is what it's all about. Just letting us talk. I got to catch up on these Shutter releases because they sound really good. Yeah, I haven't actually
some good films.
Yeah, I haven't taken a dive in Shutter in such a long time. I'm trying to watch all this first before
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you too. That's why I decided to do the yearly ranking thing, because I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch everything. Like when I finish, I can literally say I've seen everything worth watching for that year, so I'm just done with it. It's good to go.
That's so cool. 96, you said you're working on?
Yeah. I put I asked people on one of my episodes I was doing here on YouTube, and I got responses for 1975 and 1996, and I was like, 75, that's an awesome year too, but 96 I went through and looked and I hadn't seen tons, so I was like, I'll choose that year, just so I can watch a lot of movies I haven't seen before. It's cool.
Scream was 96, right? The first Scream?
Yeah. Scream is the biggie, I think. Right now I believe that's probably sitting at my number one for the year for 96 is Scream.
Yeah, it brought horror back, resurrected horror at the time, because early 90s horror was not that good.
Yeah.
Dead Alive was great, but there really wasn't much.
Yeah, totally. I think that's literally what I said when I was talking about Scream, was that it kind of revived the horror scene, because it's pretty weak from 91 to 95. There's not a whole lot. There's a couple that are like really good, but they're not master level where the whole world knows what they are, kind of thing, right? Like with Scream.
Yes. Yep.
Everyone on Earth has heard of Scream.
Well,
they were. Go ahead.
You got Candyman, Tremors.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
One for each year, though.
Okay, one for each year. Right? Yeah.
That's probably true. I was gonna say Leprechaun 2, I think, was early 90s.
Yep. It was Leprechaun.
And
but even
Silence of the Lambs, I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs, that's a masterpiece. But Leprechaun, even that, like, I know a lot of people that have never seen Leprechaun, where I don't know a lot of people that haven't seen Scream, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even Tremors, like, I love Tremors as much as you do, probably, but it's not, like, a lot of people probably haven't seen it. It's probably not massive unless you're a horror fan.
That's true. I feel like Tremors is a movie you grow up with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nostalgia works for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think Jennifer Aniston has even seen Leprechaun, and it's the one movie she refuses to talk about. I don't know if you've heard that. She won't acknowledge that she was in the film.
It's amazing. Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, I think it is. They don't talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation.
4. Yeah.
Yep.
I can understand that.
Johnny Depp doesn't even talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street either.
No.
Yeah. He probably has.
That's a good movie, though.
Right? But he did like a month ago, though. So. But
yes.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, with oh man, you said one of their names and I forget who it was that you said, but I wanted to say something. Jeez.
Was it a movie or an actor?
Yeah, it was one of the actors you named.
Zellweger?
Yes, Zellweger and McConaughey. When I was a kid, I actually loved that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Next Generation. I loved it, and then I watched it in the last 2 years, and oh man, I don't know what I loved about it, but it's definitely not there anymore. No, it's so rough, especially in the final act.
The story's all over the place. Yeah.
It's bananas. McConaughey's just over the. I don't mind his performance. It is just ridiculous and over the top, but I don't know. It doesn't hold up.
I don't think I've watched it since the 90s, to be honest.
Yeah, I think.
But I remember it not being that good. Go ahead.
I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, and just in general, is fairly weak, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the Next Generation. I think I've seen it once, and that was probably about it.
Yeah. That's a hard question. I really, here's the thing. You're right, because I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the whole franchise, but yet I can admit that a lot of the movies are pretty bad. Like, I would never sit down with family to watch them because they'd be like, "This is shit." But I like them personally. Like, it's weird. It's a weird situation with that franchise. It's kind of like Hellraiser. Like, some people love the Hellraiser series, but I can't get past the first like 3. After that, I'm just like, oh man, this is rough.
Yeah, after the first 2, they're not very good. Although there is one with Lance Henriksen, and
Yes,
I forget the name of it. And the guy
Hell
who
World.
plays Superman.
Hellworld.
Hellworld. That one
Yep.
was pretty good, I thought. It's
Yep.
6 or 7. I'm not sure which part.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't very good.
Henry Cavill's in that movie. One of
Yes.
his first roles.
Him. Yep. Right. He was Superman, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And there's the girl from the Vikings show is in it too. I can't think of her name, but the blonde.
Yes. Yeah. Canadian actress. I
Yeah.
can't remember what her name is. I've Vikings. I know we're getting way off topic here, but I love that show, man.
It's a good show. Yeah, it is a good show. Cool.
What do you got? Throw us another question there, Brandon.
Okay, I will do that. Sam's getting mad at me because I am not paying attention to the comments, and I apologize, everybody. This is first time, so have some faith in me. I'm gonna say hello to some people that were in here. We got hello, Ryan.
Cool.
Sorry for missing you earlier. We got Frank. He's gonna be popping in and out of here for a little bit. That's okay. Hey, Frank, how you doing? We got newcomer here, Phil's Creepy Videos. Hi, Phil.
Nice.
Awesome.
Big Rod, how you doing?
Amazing name.
Ryan Swayze. I love Swayze. Love the last name. Let me see. We got Mr. Craig is in here as well. As always, the big supporters. We also got Kayla, Mrs. Critic After Dark. Hello.
Yeah.
And we'll dive into a couple of the comments here. We got Sam is saying that Backcountry is incredible. That movie scared the absolute shit out of her.
Definitely makes you not want to camp anytime soon.
Yeah, she refuses to go backcountry camping now. Refuses. And I love backcountry camping. I love it.
Make sure you bring your phones. That was a big mistake.
Let me see. We got Sam. Also, I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I tried the Generation for the first time last week. Turned it off within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Rough.
Craig is also saying the 90s was busy getting married, but A Nightmare Before Christmas has to be the number one for early 90s.
That's good.
Well, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
That's true. They did have like a huge long run of like romantic comedies, eh?
Yes.
A lot of Julia Roberts movies, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and they remade some classic stories. Like there was Frankenstein, and I think it was early 90s, and Dracula with... That was early 90s, right? 93,
Definitely.
I think?
Yeah.
92, 93, 94.
You even have Jurassic Park, technically, which is horror. You could consider Jurassic Park horror. It is funny. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
I'm always wondering whether it's a horror movie, but it technically is. Like, it is dinosaurs eating people. Right?
Creature feature, for sure. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I kind of consider it in the same vein as like The Mummy.
Yeah.
Like with Brendan Fraser. Yeah. Because it's kind of that action horror adventure. It's still got the little touches of comedy for family friendly situations, but then again it's got the tense stuff with like the scarabs eating people like bone dry.
Yep. It's creepy too. Like when he sucks the life force out of people in those movies, that's pure horror.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now,
I see Phantoms. Phantoms just got a 4K release. I just rewatched it. It's pretty good. Rose McGowan.
Not picked it up yet.
That's good. Dean Koontz novel based on.
Okay. I wanted to see
Liv Schreiber is in it.
Yep.
That's how you say his name.
I've wanted to pick that one up too because Scream Factory just released it, right?
It did, yes.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. I just picked it up.
Yeah, I haven't got around to it. Beau, you haven't either?
No, I haven't. My money's been a bit tight. I ordered some expensive items in the last month. I can't keep up to all these damn boutique labels. They keep putting out these $100, $200 box sets, and I'm just like, oh my god, I have to buy them all. So yeah, I can't keep up to everything. I would love to, but maybe one day.
Problem is real.
I know. I know, complaining.
Oh,
yes. Oh, I love Second Sight. They're probably my favorite. Pricey, but I love the editions. And the Hitcher is coming out, which I pre-ordered. I've been waiting for that to come out.
yes. I do like the Second Sight releases, although I do think they are. I like the booklets, and I'm not a huge lobby card guy for my collector's editions. I have so many of these fucking things, and I don't know what do you even do with them?
Yes. You mean like the postcards that come in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just leave them in the box.
I just leave them all in the box. I do like a good poster, even though I never put any of them up because I don't have enough wall space. But I probably have I like you too. You guys probably have the same problem. I have so many posters from collector's editions, and I don't have any of them anywhere. I need to dedicate a section of my place to just all posters.
Yeah, the Scream Factory posters, right? You get those in the little tubes.
Yeah, Arrow Video. They have in every single special edition I have. I think they got a poster with it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never actually gotten too many Scream Factory posters. I've only bought one set, and that was the Army of Darkness set.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Well, they come in like a little tube, and they're kind of a weird size. I just keep the tubes in the corner. I haven't done anything with them. Maybe the black Christmas one would be cool to get framed.
Oh yeah, that one would be cool. We got our first question in the comments here.
Awesome.
What movie do each of you have the most versions of, and will keep buying no matter how many they come up? They seem to continue to put out.
Well, I'll let you go first because I know your answer already.
Yeah, I already said this. Well, Halloween's my favorite movie, so these are all my Halloween copies. I got 1, 2, 3. There are 14 copies of the first Halloween.
Wow,
that's crazy.
15 if you count the box set.
Jeez, I'm nowhere near that. I don't have any that I have 15 of.
That's the only one. If it makes you feel better, it's my favorite movie, so I'm all about collecting that one.
Yeah, every single version for sure. I get that. Mm-hmm. See, the problem I have is a lot of my favorite movies of all time have only ever come out once or twice. I am a huge horror fan, but I find a lot of my favorite movies of all time, stuff like Inglourious Bastards, Watchmen, The Dark Knight, stuff like that, they usually only have 1, maybe 2 releases. There isn't a ton of it to collect. But so of those movies, I have every release that you can get of them. But a horror movie, I would probably say it would have to be the Alien. I'd go back to the Alien just because I have so many of the box sets that came out over the years and I have them all for the other movies as well. Some of them have longer editions, special editions and stuff. So I keep the box sets. Probably don't need to at this point because I have every movie by itself as well. But yeah, I got that on 4K. I have it on Blu-ray. I have it in 1 box set collection. I have it in 2 other box set collections. So I think 5 versions of the first Alien. But yeah, not on purpose. It's more just, there's no point in getting rid of it. But if there was 15 versions of Inglourious Bastards, I'd probably have all 15 of them right up there on the shelf. Nice and awesome.
See if you can find some imports. There might be some.
Yeah, you could do
there.
You could buy them from all over the place, right? That would work.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've done with Halloween, right? I've got a French steelbook, an Italian media book. I have a problem, but I'm very happy with them all.
Hey, if it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
Exactly. I just want to say hi to Craig. Hi, Craig.
Yeah. Hey, Craig.
I think the movie that I collect the most is probably Army of Darkness. I think I have 6 different versions. Just like the Evil Dead franchise in general, I try to get as much as I can.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That's your favorite movie, right? Army of Darkness?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Did you get what's like the long box set of Evil Dead? Did you get that?
I missed out. And now it's out of print, so it's ridiculous.
It's up there, but you can't see it.
I know.
Too bad.
I've seen openings and stuff. I got the 4K
It's right over there.
the steelbook of I know, I love it. I got the steelbook 4K set for Evil Dead 1 and 2. And
Awesome.
So I was like, I just spent like $100 on that, and then I was like, the only reason I was like in my head, I was like, the only reason why I need to get this set is for the 3 seasons on Blu-ray, because I just have them on DVD. And then I was gonna get it to do like this video about actually buying multiple editions, and I was gonna get it like a couple more, and then it went out of print. Now I can't get it on Amazon, so now I got to go through a third-party seller. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I'll find somebody.
I hope you track it down. Yeah, try. I don't know if you have Mercari there. See if you can find it on there.
Mercari?
No,
it's kind of like eBay. Is it not in Canada?
I don't think so. I've never heard of it. It might be, but I've never heard of it. So I'm guessing probably not.
Maybe it's not bidding. You don't bid like eBay, but you can make an offer.
Okay.
And they can accept it or not. If they accept it, you automatically buy it.
How do you spell that? What is that?
Yeah, write that down, Brennan.
Yeah, sure. It's MERCARI.
I'll definitely check that out.
I think that's how you say it.
Later tonight, probably, actually.
Yeah,
I've got a few movies on there and collectibles. I got some Living Dead dolls off there.
Oh, you collect Living Dead dolls as well?
I have like 5, 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sam's got a bunch back there too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can see them.
Yep.
I think the ones that do you have the Halloween 3 ones? The little. What is
no.
That's my favorite one. It's over there. It's the witch, the skeleton, and the pumpkinhead guy.
Yeah, no, not yet. I don't know. She just kind of gets what she wants, and then every once in a while, I'll convince her to get something that I kind of want. So I got Ash.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, but I let her. She gets a couple a year because they are also expensive. So
yes, I can see you have a lot more than I do. I have the Halloween set. I've got Friday the 13th Part 2 with the sack.
Yep.
I have 2 Screams and 2 Ghostface and Halloween. I think that's it.
Nice.
So not a ton, but the necessary ones.
Yeah, those things are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any of them, but I've always liked the look of them. I try to stay away from it because I know that once I start collecting something, my OCD kicks in.
Oh my gosh, I
gotta have every one now.
Well, I've got to ask. I know this is all that physical media, but what other collectibles do you collect, like Funkos or?
For me,
handmade by robots.
Yeah, I kind of stick to the cheap stuff in the collectible department. It's mostly Funko. I have the odd, like, just toy, basically, not really collectible. Like, I have a big golem from Lord of the Rings, cool piece that talks and everything. Yeah, I don't have a ton of collectibles. The stuff I have is mostly just my Funkos. I have all over the frickin' house, basically.
Oh yeah, I see.
That's about it. That's about it for me. I would love to
collect more. Yes.
I do more so props. I have a buddy who makes prop replicas, and then whenever we go to like horror conventions, if there's like a little prop I see and I usually try to pick it up. Like there's a critter back there.
That critter's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a full. Man. Look at the sticker I got on my Yeti.
Oh, wow.
That's so awesome. Cool.
Yeah. And then there's like a creature from the Black Lagoon skull, the fossil back there as well.
Another awesome piece. I've seen that. I've seen all these in person because I've been over to your house.
Yeah.
So I know just how the detail in some of them is just phenomenal.
I know. I don't think I showed you. Last year I got the I got to do this, but the key from Demon Knight.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
with the light in it and everything.
Yeah, and it like lights up and stuff, and it comes in like a little suitcase, and we got Billy Zane to sign the suitcase.
It's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have horror conventions near you that you guys go to?
Yeah, there's one in
Brendan.
Niagara. Yeah, I go to the one in Niagara Falls. It's called Frightmare.
Okay, I think I've heard of it. Cool.
Yeah, I think they're like a chain because there's Texas Frightmare, and I believe there's like a couple other ones.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts. We've got TerrorCon and the Silver Scream, and they're both in September, so that's a bit of a challenge. But I do try to make it to both.
Yeah, we have another really small one here in London, Shock Stop, but it's super small. Like we had a pretty interesting experience when we went there. But again, nice people all around, and it's kind of more of an intimate thing.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. But they do things like that. I'm not far from Salem. They just did one 2 weekends ago with Doug Bradley. He was at one of the local stops in Salem. You can go get his autograph.
That's cool.
And a year ago, they had the 3 main actors from Fright Night. So I got to go meet all 3 of them and get their autographs.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Amanda Beers. I forget the guy's name, the main guy, the kid, and his buddy, Evil. Those 3 were there.
Yeah. I would have been getting that 4K Steelbook signed for sure.
That'd be cool. I didn't have it at the time. I don't think it was out yet.
Oh.
I just did 8x12.
No, nice.
Yeah.
Again, Sam has reminded me to hit up some questions here in the comments because we are getting a lot.
Okay.
We got Ryan with a question for Beau. Are you excited for Alien Romulus?
I am really excited, actually. I've only watched the teaser trailer. I never even watched the big one because for movies I know I'm sold on, that I know I'm going to see, I avoid all spoilers just so that I'm blind. And I find I just love that experience of not knowing nothing. So I'll be going to see Romulus in the theater for sure, and that's saying something because I don't leave the house much. So going to the theater for me, the movie has to have me at an excitement levels that are pretty high. So I'll bit the wife and kids together and drag their asses out for that one.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait. Teddy Alvarez, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I was worried. I was worried about his first crack at the franchise. So I didn't know what to expect, but the teaser trailer has me sold, and then I've heard Brendan talk about the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm also super excited. We also got a question here from Brent Madison. Hello, Brent. VHS tapes people sell with new artwork that are unofficial. Do you collect them? Any favorites?
I don't collect them. Movies, I just like. Oh, I don't know how to explain this without sounding stupid, but I buy quantity, like quality over quantity, but I buy everything there is, so I don't really care. Like I don't actually collect slip covers at all, stuff like that. Like if the movie has a slip, awesome, I love it. But I don't go out of my way to purchase them. I just, at this point in my collection, I just want to, like, I'm trying to complete entire years where I have every single movie from that year that you would want in your collection. So my money is kind of tight. I can't afford to be like, oh, that slip cover, now I got to drop another $50 just for that slip because it's different than the one I have. Unless the movie's phenomenal, I won't do that. That's my answer, which is like blasphemy to the collectors, to the collectors on YouTube, basically.
I've seen some really nice custom slip covers on Instagram. People post them. I haven't gotten into them myself, but I think there's some great artwork out there. If that's your thing, then go for it.
They are beautiful. Like, you're right on that. When I do look at them, it does trigger me a bit, where I'm like, okay, yes, get that collector mentality out. Can't look at it, basically.
I know. I've seen these these custom box sets. So like the Scream Factory Chucky box set, they put out a custom one, like somebody just on Etsy or whatever put out a custom box set that fits all of the movies on it in it, and it has very nice cover artwork. And then I saw another one too, which was the original Evil Dead trilogy box set, and then it comes with each individual one will get its own little hard shell, and then you can just throw your Blu-ray in there with your slipcover on it or your steelbook, and it'll fit it perfectly. And then it's got original artwork as well as new artwork on the back, and they just look so good. I don't understand.
They do. They do. I know. I've seen those too, and I'm like, oh man. Do I want to go down that road?
I know the Evil Dead one. I almost hit the button.
I bet.
Wasn't there a Halloween one where it was like that Myers house, and then I think it was the Myers house, and it goes in on the side. But I didn't.
That sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've heard someone. I've never seen it, but it sounds familiar to me. So you're probably right on that.
I think it was like on Etsy, but I didn't get it. It looked cool though.
Yeah.
Let me see here. What else we got for comments? Not a whole lot. We got some crackling going on in some video.
Oh,
that's
probably me. It's probably me.
It could be me too. I Sam's headphones were plugged in. I unplugged them just because they might have been too close. But let's see
Sounds
here.
fine to me. I didn't hear anything. Hopefully,
it's probably me because it's so hot in here right now. I have my air conditioners on, so it's probably my iPad's probably picking up the sounds while I'm talking and cutting me off and stuff. But I cannot help it. It's so hot in here.
That's okay. It's understandable. Sam saying it's feeling better. So let's head back over into some physical media.
It looks like someone has a creature from the Black Lagoon. That's cool. A Living Dead doll. I haven't seen that one. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Craig.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Craig.
Yeah, there you go.
Craig has some pretty cool collectibles. I just watched a tour video he put up of his collector.
Yes.
And it's really freaking cool.
I saw that too. Yeah, very impressive.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Brendan, I cut you off.
That's okay.
I'll stop talking.
No, you're gonna have to continue to talk because I got some questions. Cool. So, what do you guys think about how physical media is going, and where do you think it is headed?
This is the question, right? Everybody wants to talk about all the time. I have two takes on it. I don't think that physical media is going to exist forever. I do think eventually movies will be a thing of the past and you won't be able to buy them at all. Now, with that said,
wait, did you just say you don't think movies will exist?
Physical media movies. At one point in time, I don't think you will be able to buy them. But with that said, I do think that we live in the greatest time to be a collector of the media, of the format of all time. Like, I can't even actually keep up with how much is coming out. Like, I've said this before on a video I was on with you, actually, Brennan, and like, even if I just wanted to collect one, like a Kino Lorber, say, even if I just was going to collect Kino Lorber movies, I wouldn't even be able to keep up with just what they put out every month. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, as far as people that are like, physical media is dead, we're screwed, I don't think that's true, because like I said, if you want to just collect Arrow video, that's going to cost you a pretty penny every month. If you want to just collect Scream Factory, let alone collecting all of them together. So I think they'll always, well, I shouldn't say that. I think for the time being, we're pretty good. I think we're good. There's endless shit you can buy in this, I think. You guys got anything to add?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think ultimately maybe there won't be any physical media, but I think right now the demand is high. If there's a demand, then you're going to have these labels creating movies. I love that Walmart has stepped in as Best Buy stepped out. Walmart's putting out some fantastic steelbooks. horror collectibles. I'm really impressed with what they're doing. And then you have, of course, all the boutiques. They seem to keep making new editions and finding movies that we perhaps never heard of and putting out a 4K edition, and we all rush and buy a copy.
Oh, it's
So I think
great.
as long as that's happening, I think it will stay alive. And I agree. I think we're in a fantastic time for horror at the moment. I think Shudder's driving a lot of that. And then Arrow, Severin, Vinegar Syndrome, they're all keeping it going too. And Walmart. Walmart is a contender now.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, in here in Canada, our
Mhm.
Walmarts are struggling. Like, we have cut it down to just the new release rack now in every single Walmart that I've been in years at this point. So that there's like one rack in the middle of each aisle, and it's just all the new releases that came out that day or that week. And even then, they're not even getting most of them. Like, it's getting pretty weak, our Walmarts here. That's my experience. Yeah, Walmart sucks in Canada. Yeah,
that's too bad.
So to me, like, that was one of the things I was going to say that I'm scared of, is because I think that within the next year, our Walmarts in Canada are not going to be carrying physical media anymore at all. So the only place to buy them is online on the company's websites, which, to be honest,
I do buy a lot of mine online. Yeah.
Yes, so do I. I almost do that now. So it's kind of why our Walmarts here in Canada will probably not sell them anymore, because we're buying them all online. But
yes,
it is what it is. I'm glad the U.S. market. I do know the U.S. market, Walmart is good, because, like, Brendan knows this too, that, like, we never get slip covers that you guys are getting. Like, we'll just get regular plain editions when you guys are getting, like, these awesome collector's editions. So
steel books.
Yeah, steel books.
So sad.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Oh yeah, like and too, like, if we do want one of those steel books, you're looking at almost paying
double what they are.
Double at least, yeah. Like that Terrifier 2 Blu-ray steelbook that Walmart released when that came out was like $25 or something like that in the US. I think I paid 55 plus probably another at least $15 for shipping.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm sorry to hear.
Worth it to have in my collection, because
oh yeah,
I love that movie. I think it's fantastic. But
plus in Canada, we're used to getting the shaft.
But the nice thing too about us in Canada, even knowing if we like, Walmart is the most reasonably priced place to go to buy Blu-rays and 4Ks.
Yes.
So when I do go, they're usually cleaned out, and there's never a 4K left over.
That's right, they're gone. If you don't show up the day that the movie came out and basically just get lucky and you're there at the exact moment the person's putting them on the shelf, you're pretty much not getting a copy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
If the demand is that high, you'd think they'd have more.
You'd think they would fill the shelves. I know.
You would think so, and you think that they would reach out to like more releases. Like, I went in there just to kind of check out and see what was going on. I didn't see like Jaws 3 or 4 there.
Nope.
Which
Our
is
Walmarts didn't get the Jaws movies on 4K.
I know, but why? That would be something that the people would want at such a reasonable price. Even though, and I've heard the issues with Jaws 3 now, with the scan.
Oh no! What are the issues?
It was apparently it was an AI scan. So like, yeah, they like AI'd it. Yeah, apparently, like, you can tell with like the faces of people in the background, they're all very messed up.
Oh really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had
wasn't cheap.
This is
so I got 3 and 4 on Steelbook, and they were each $40 here.
Yep.
That's annoying.
You should give it a watch and post a video in the future, because I'd like to see what you think. Because I this is news to me. I did not know. I don't even know what that means to AI scan a movie. To be honest, I'm kind of behind the times in that department.
I know. Me too.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty good video on it from Planet CHH. He didn't like he just used one still, but like, I'd like to go and find somebody like maybe Frank's Physical Media has like where he shows clips of it, but I haven't seen any of the clips yet. But I've seen through, I think, four 4 to 10 videos of it being the worst release 4K release of the year already.
Okay, yeah.
Oh gosh.
There is always one of those where they just fucking botch something hard.
Yeah. Apparently, Jaws 4: The Revenge looks incredible. So you're winning when
Isn't
one of
that
them.
the worst one of them all?
Yeah.
I think that was a straight to video kind of release.
Yeah, that's a movie I've never seen, and I need to get around to it because I've heard it's just ridiculous.
Oh, you've never heard The Shark Roar?
No,
Mm.
I've heard everything about the movie. I've just never sat down and watched it. I don't know why. It's weird. I'm gonna have to sooner or later.
Yeah.
Look, Kino's putting out Squirm. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're only putting out the theatrical version, are they not? I remember looking into it when it was announced that Scream Factory put out the unrated cut when they did their release. But now the time difference isn't too crazy. I think it's only like 2 minutes.
Yeah, one extra scene or something.
Yeah, probably like just a couple extra gore scenes or something like that. Because I remember when people were selling it on Marketplace all of a sudden for dirt cheap, I was like, what's going on? So then I did some more research and read some more comments, and they were only putting out the original theatrical release. But that doesn't mean I'm probably not going to get that because I haven't seen anybody else post it for sale.
No, I haven't either. I'll be pre-ordering that. I actually was meaning to. Is it up for pre-order yet?
Oh, probably.
Probably, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
As soon as they announce something. I love Kino Lorber. They're one of my favorite boutique labels just because they're all over the place. They just release like everything, right? Like it's just all over the place.
I know they had a crazy sale there too. I don't know if you've looked into their sales
off their website.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like some of their 4Ks are like $11. Like
I know
the US.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to look.
I know. I had like 7 items in the cart, and I was like, "Oh, do I just hit the button?" And then I got the Psycho 4K set, and I'm like, "Fuck."
Went with the Psycho set instead.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good one though. I don't even have that set. So
I was trying to grab a movie from each boutique, and I forgot Kino Lorber.
Yeah, Kino.
I don't know if we're gonna get to that anyway.
Oh, we're getting to it. I have my stuff here, so we're getting.
Oh, cool. So before I forget, Walmart has, I think, 7 or 8 steelbooks coming out in August. The Return of the Living Dead steelbook. It has Tar Man on the cover. I don't know if you've seen that. One of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. I think the latest one, maybe. That's the one that everybody hated.
That's the bloody. Is that the Bloody Disgusting steelbook releases? Where they're
maybe.
like, they're like,
it is. Yeah,
they're black. They're very, they're black with almost like neon blood and stuff all over them. Oh, what cool releases! So it's Texas Chainsaw. You got Wolf Creek, Sinister.
Wolf Creek. Yep, I pre-ordered those 3. Yeah, they look really cool.
Yep.
Sinister, like one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, me too.
So freaking scary.
I spit on your. I spit on your grave. I think is one of them.
I think I got that one. I forget, but I did pre-order a handful of them.
I can't remember which else is, but yeah, those are the ones I remember. They're beautiful looking steel books. It'd be such a nice set aesthetically to have.
Yes, all side by side together.
I think Your Next was one. Does that sound right? I think Your Next was in there.
Yeah, that does sound good.
I didn't get it though because I pre-ordered another edition of it coming out. I think Second Sight maybe.
Yep, they just announced the 4K.
Oh, yeah, so you'll be proud. I didn't order the other one too. I didn't order both. Just
let's see. We got a comment here from Craig. How long will it take you guys to catch up and grab the umbrella releases of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 that comes with the art cards and a sticky storybook? Honestly, I've seen one copy of the original release for sale on eBay, and it is $450. That's US.
That's crazy.
I have I have not seen
85 grand Canadian.
You're looking at probably $650 at least.
Yeah.
It was too pricey. I didn't get it.
I would have. That release was really nice. I hated the fucking movie, but that release was.
You hated the movie.
Yep.
I liked it. It's stupid fun.
I like the second one.
Isn't he talking? I think he's talking about the second one.
I think he is talking about the second one.
Yeah,
the second one.
The second one is up, but I'm not gonna get it unless I have the first one too. Then they sit nice and pretty on the shelves, right? You guys understand the aesthetically, it'd look nice.
Oh yeah.
I need to get the second one. Yeah, I do have the Steelbook. I think it's Walmart. The Screen Factory put out the first one, Steelbook.
I overpaid for that one as well when that was
announced.
It too, yeah. Yep. And now they're releasing it to Canada on Amazon.
Oh, are they?
It's here in September. Yep.
I know. That happened to me
with a lot cheaper.
Yep.
With the movie Coraline on 4K Steelbook from Shout Factory. I wanted it for a long time. And then I just broke down and paid the US dollar, got the shipping. Like, it was ridiculous. It's like $90 for the movie by the time it gets here, right? And then 2 days later, it came up on Amazon Canada for pre-order. And and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that never happens, like, with Shout Factory. Shout Factory has a lot of movies that are US only, and they don't release them in Canada.
Well, maybe you'll start to see more of that.
Yes, so the announcement that Steelbook's coming to Canada was awesome news, because now we'll hopefully start getting more here. But yeah, I got ripped. I'm gonna end up losing like probably $60 on that release.
Oh my gosh!
but yeah, especially 2 days. When you're holding off for a year, right? Like, you're holding off. You're like, come on, it's gonna come, and then you finally break and you buy it, and then so now it's 2 days later. It's like, that's fucking insane.
I know, and Screen Factory ends up kind of screwing people here with these releases they've been putting out. They'll do the standard 4K collector's edition, and then 6 months later they'll do the fucking Steelbook.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
Evil Dead 2013. Yeah. I would have bought that I would have bought the whole set, to be honest. But like, since they released it like a year later, I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm still gonna get it, but like, you guys.
Yeah, I know. I pre-ordered it. I was on the fence about the Hell House LLC box set by Umbrella, but I caved and ordered it.
Yeah, that's a nice set.
Mainly, a buddy of mine is like, I just ordered it. I'm like, come on. I was like, well, I'm gonna go order it too. So. There you go.
Yeah, the effects of peer pressure.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Those are the only movies that when you finally get them, you're swearing at them because you're still pissed off at the company for fucking you. Like, fuck you, movie, but it looks so good on my shelf.
Yes.
What are your guys' favorite boutique labels?
Oh gosh.
Oh.
I have a couple. I just mentioned Kino Lorber. They are, I think, it's so hard for me. I love all the boutique labels almost equally because of just how rare the movies are that a lot of them put out. Hard to get. I'm going to be showcasing one of those boutique box sets off coming up here in a couple minutes when we get to that. So I'll talk more about it then. But I just, I think Kino is one of my favorites just because they put out all genres across the entire history of films. Like all the old like 1920s movies and 1930s movies I have, they're all Kino Lorber. It's always them that are putting those out. So if it wasn't for them, like, those movies would be lost to vaults and never to be seen again, basically, by anybody. So I would have to give Kino props there. I'll go with Kino as my favorite, but they're all awesome.
Well, can I only choose one? That's tough.
I don't know.
Give your top two.
Okay, I mean, I love Second Sight. I do love Arrow Video. I love the smaller ones like Massacre Video and Terror Vision. I'm not sure if you've ever ordered.
I have a couple Terror Vision, yeah.
I do like those. Severin. Vinegar Syndrome. I guess I don't discriminate if it's.
It's hard. I'm in the same boat. I don't really have a favorite. I love them all.
I wish they all wouldn't have sales at the same time. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, I know that halfway to Black Friday sale freaking put a dent in my
bank
account.
Yeah. I have a box of, if we get to it, I have a box of Vinegar Syndrome right here. I got 16 movies that just came
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
as part of this sale.
That's awesome.
But that's probably too much. I don't know how much time we have left.
I'm just
We're
going
going.
it per time, so there's no rush.
Of course.
I think for me, I'm gonna go with Arrow for my favorite, but like Scream Factory's a close second. But
of course, yeah.
Scream Factory's only a close second because that's what got me into the boutique labels.
Yeah.
Anymore, I'm not 100% too impressed with their lineup.
Slacking a little bit, I think, on the movies that they're putting out.
Yeah, it's just constantly like re-releases and stuff. I was pretty excited actually about like As Above, So Below on a new Blu-ray upgrade. I thought
It's
that
a
was
good
pretty
movie.
cool.
Mhm.
But like, I don't know, Devil on 4K. I don't think I'm gonna be jumping out of my seat to grab that right away.
It's
Yeah, no,
hard.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
It's hard for me because I pay that premium price for a lot of movies that are not my favorite movies. Like they're movies I like in my collection, but do I want to double dip on a lot of these when they're not that good? They're fun watches.
Mhm.
So paying once, twice, 3 times in some cases for the same movie when I could be adding different movies to my collection I don't have yet. Basically just focusing on adding new movies I don't have into my collection. So I get excited. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
4K. Or it's only Blu-ray, isn't it? Blu-ray collection?
Yeah, it is a Blu-ray, but with new custom artwork, and the artwork actually really
Different from this?
yeah.
Looks cool.
It looks
Okay.
yeah. The new artwork looks really really good, and it'll have that original. The wolf.
I have heard
The Wolfman on 4K.
Yes, Wolfman.
Like that's
I
sweet.
saw. That's cool. Yes.
Sorry, Beau, you're about to say something.
Oh, I was watching some YouTube video. Jeez, I can't remember who it was. Doesn't matter, I guess. I was watching somebody's YouTube channel, and they were talking about the As Above, So Below release, and they were talking about how the specs on that Blu-ray that you were just showing me are Scream Factory's releases. They were talking about the sound being 7.1 already and it was like one just excellent sounding. So there's not much of an upgrade there in picture and sound department. So you're only buying that one for the actual. You're just getting a new case. So
they haven't announced the special features for that one yet. I know they announced Shocker today.
Shocker, yeah, that's a cool release.
Yeah, they're adding some new special features to that 4K release, which is nice. They're adding 3 new special features.
Cool.
That's always worth it.
That's shock. No. Cool.
Pretty shocking.
Yes.
To be honest, because it's pretty. I guess that movie has a pretty good fan base.
Yeah.
I have a funny story about that. I tried to sneak in the theater to see it when it came out, and so my cousin and I bought tickets to see Look Who's Talking, and we were going to go see Shocker, and they caught us, and we had to go.
Oh no! Got stuck.
Yeah, so I saw Look Who's Talking with John Travolta and Kirstie Alley and the Talking Babies in the theater. It's great. It was amazing on the big screen.
Yeah, I bet. It is. Hey, with due respect, it's not that bad of a movie. But when you're expecting to go see Shocker and you get stuck watching something you didn't want to, that sucks.
Yes. Well, and it's actually funny because Bob Clark did Look Who's Talking, and I love Black Christmas, Christmas Story. Very interesting resume he has.
Yeah, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. We got another question here. This is from Sam. If someone wanted to start collecting physical media, where would you advise them to start?
Let you go on that one, Aaron.
Well, I would look on eBay actually. Look at eBay for horror movie lots, and you can buy like 20, 30, 20 movies for a fairly cheap amount. And then maybe work your way up to the boutique labels. Maybe not start right there. I would start with resellers. Go to like thrift stores, just anywhere that you can find movies, I would say.
Yeah, garage sales.
Mm-hmm.
If they still have garage sales, I don't know. I haven't been to one in years. Do they still do that?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do.
I know COVID put
Sometimes,
a big
yeah.
screw job on that
Yeah.
for a while, but
So I would start there if you're going for quantity, and then kind of work your way toward getting some of the really nice labels. Or if there's movies you love, then go right for the nicer editions.
that's how I got started actually. As I was buying people's collections off them, basically, that I would see they're selling. Oh, it's 300 movies for one price. So I bought them all, went through them, donated the rest to whoever wants them. Kept all the ones I wanted. And then now I'm just at a point where I pick specific titles that I want to add. But that's how I got my collection going.
Yep.
Cheap, actually.
Yeah, I would start there. Yeah.
I'm going to say the best advice is to buy a TV. Always start with the TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Start with a TV and a player. Get a region-free player, and then your life will be complete.
I mean, right there, that's going to be your biggest expense.
That
Do your research, look into it, save up some cash, and after you pay, I wouldn't start buying right away because you're going to have to recuperate some money from your gigantic TV purchase. So you're going to have to do some streaming, and then you can watch movies, and you can learn what you like, what you want to collect, and you can always just start from there.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a 4K TV.
Yes.
And highly recommend a region-free player. I love mine. Got it about a year ago, and
I know I haven't upgraded yet to a region-free player. I'm probably going to pretty soon, actually. Quick side note here. This will blow your guys' mind. So I started collecting in 2019, like I said. Since then, I've gone through 4 4K players. So first one I bought was my Xbox Series X. I used that as a 4K player. The disk drive broke. So I'm like, okay, it's probably just faulty system, whatever. So then I bought one of Sony's top-of-the-line 4K players. And that one, something happened with the disk drive in that. I don't know because I never got it fixed. It just pissed me off. So I put it over in the corner. It was stopped reading my discs again. So I'm like, okay, that one was like, oh, it gets worse. So then, then I just invested in a $700 Panasonic 4K player. It's supposed to be like, it's the best reviews, best 4K player you can get, basically. Had it for less than a year. It will not read 4K discs anymore. Every time I put one in, it pops up saying cannot read, and reads Blu-rays and DVDs perfectly fine. So I'm typing this stuff on Google. I'm like, okay, am I doing something wrong here? Like, this is impossible that I'm going through this quickly. And there is nothing on this. Like, it is so hard to find something that somebody that's had this similar problem where only the 4K part doesn't work. Like, all these players, they all still will play the DVD and Blu-rays, but the 4K discs will not read in the players. So,
is there like a software upgrade that you could do?
That's the first thing I checked. So I hooked, they're all hooked up to the internet, checked. It says it's all updated. It's got the latest firmware. I factory resetted my Panasonic a couple days ago, and then re-downloaded all the firmware updates, thinking that maybe something went wrong there. That didn't work. Like, nothing is working. So I'm going to have to take this one in and actually get somebody to look at it. But because this one's a big investment, and I'm not going to keep buying 4K players. It frustrated me so bad that I was actually just going to be like, okay, I'm done with 4K. I'm just going to collect Blu-rays from now on, screw 4K. it's getting out of control. So I'm also thinking it's maybe because I watch so many. Like maybe I'm burning these things out before they're meant to be because I'm watching like hundreds of movies. You know what I mean? Like some days I'll watch 7 movies. So it'll be like just back to back to back to back. Maybe I'm actually burning out the players. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'll find all that out.
Give the player a little bit of a break between movies, like go for a walk or something.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know.
Some days I'm just bored. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just watch movies all day, and I wreck my players. So yeah, that's another thing to think about. If you like watching movies a shit ton, like I do,
gosh, yeah,
beware because you might burn out your drives quickly, which is kind of scary.
I've never had that happen.
Nobody has. It's kind of nuts when I tell anybody, or like I said, if you type it in on Google, you can't even find somebody that's had the same problem.
Do you know you can, or you must be a part of the 4K Canada group on Facebook, like I am?
Yep. Ask
them.
Throw it out there, see if they have any solutions.
Yeah, I had issues with the, so I have the, what is it? The LG UBK80 or whatever it is.
Yeah, the LG player,
yeah. And I had problems with the audio with Temple of Doom.
Kept cutting out on you?
Yeah, it kept cutting out, and it just kept cutting out, and then popping back in, cutting out, popping back in. And I started getting so fed up with it. I'm like, I got no idea what's going on. It's because you helped me pick out my 4K player.
Yep.
And I believe when we did that, it was Dolby Atmos. Like everything was supposed to be compatible.
Yeah, I tried to make it so that because you wanted to get reasonable price too. So
yeah, budgeted.
Give you ideas of like what to look for. That was the most important things.
Yep. So the only thing I can think of is that's like I don't know if it's because I need like a surround sound and I'm not playing out of a surround sound right now, but the Adobe Atmos, I switched that out, like just the setting. I went to like the DTS, which I think is just like a standard kind of audio playthrough or whatever, and now it works fine. Okay,
so maybe that's weird. It's hard for me because I'm not like one of these, what do you call it, like audiophiles, and I'm not. My knowledge isn't that deep, so it's hard. It's hard. I don't know the answer to a lot of those problems, like my own, basically.
Yeah. Like I said, it's good to ask one of those groups. You might get an answer and want somebody that will help you out.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna throw that out there tonight, actually.
Aaron, are you still good for time?
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Do you want to hit up some of our favorite releases?
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Do it.
Yeah.
Are we doing box sets? Anything
that's your favorite releases. I got 4 items here. I'm gonna count 2 as one.
I can do some in groups. Do you want me to go first?
Sure. Yeah, you can go first. No, you can go first.
All right. So my favorite set is this Puppet Master crate.
Oh, nice.
You can see it. It's like real wood.
That's awesome.
Probably my favorite edition set of all the films. You see it opens up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome set.
Toulon's box. Do I have it upside down? I do have it upside down. Toulon's box set. Isn't that cool? And you can put the little figures in here. And it's got like real stickers all over it.
That's freaking awesome. I've wanted that set for years. Can't get it.
I love it. When it came, I was like, wow, this is so much nicer than I expected. Yeah.
How many movies does that thing fucking hold? How many Puppet Master movies are there?
There are. Let me count. It's like there are 13. 13. I think there might be a 14th one that isn't in the set.
Yeah.
Isn't there one that came out with Barbara Crampton?
Yeah, I think there's a couple that have come out really recently.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But those are, like, some of those series you can never have the complete, because they're always going to be releasing more. But that's, like, one of the coolest box sets that's ever been put out, to be honest. Like, there's only so many that are really unique.
And it's, like, sturdy wood. Yeah, it's really nice. The franchise maybe isn't the best, but the first few films are pretty good.
Yeah, I love the theme song in those movies. It catches me every time. I find myself humming it for days after I watch one, even if the movie's the worst thing I've ever seen. That song fucking sticks with you.
Yes. I like that. Was it 6-shooter? I think that was in part 3. The cowboy with the different. That was cool.
Yep. So
cool. That's what I'm going with first.
Funny here quickly too. So I have just the normal standard edition of the Puppet.
Very nice.
Nice.
This comes with.
That's cool. How many do you have?
This one is only
13.
Yes, 13. Yeah, it ends with.
So it's the
same amount of movies. Just this is just like the standard edition. So if you want to be cheaper, because Aaron got lucky and got that before it went out of print.
There was a 50%. I was considering that one. It was a 50% off sale on this one too. It was like 50% off.
Oh wow!
And I got it.
That's cool.
But that's cool. That's a really cool set.
Yeah, I'll get rid of that. What do you got, Brennan?
I'm gonna kick it a little old school. I'm gonna go with the last best American release of this movie, because Second Sight did do a nice 4K release of this, but this is the ultimate DVD edition of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Such a hard movie to get.
Yeah, I actually found this on Marketplace for like disgustingly reasonably priced, and it's in excellent shape. It still comes with the comic book is still in here, as well as the other little book. I love the artwork. I love this movie. I think it's fantastic, and this is like the ultimate set for now. For now, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I wanted to do something different from the. I know that you guys are going to be putting Blu-rays and the ultimate 4K sets and stuff. So
hit us up.
Back to me. Let me do one of my prized possessions. I got the Scream Factory Halloween box set.
Yeah, I
nice.
don't have that.
This I did have to get on eBay, and I paid. It wasn't cheap, but it was cheaper than. There's some dust on the top. It was cheaper than a lot of the ones you see out there. There were. I don't know if you can see it on the corner. It was like some fading, but I basically just took a black Sharpie and kind of colored it in, and you'd never.
Just touch it in. Yeah, I've done that with a few of my box sets. Just touch them up a bit.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't plan to resell it, so
very
happy to get this one.
I'm usually not going to be reselling anything, especially box sets, because I'll keep them forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This next one I'll show off really quickly, because I know there's probably like one person on Earth other than me that's excited for this one. I just got it.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I just got it about 2 weeks ago. Severin put it out, and it's called The Game of Clones. This is a Bruce Exploitation Films collection here. It's
nice.
It comes with 12 Bruce Exploitation movies that are all guys that look like Bruce Lee. When Bruce Lee died, they were already already pumping out movies. Less than like 2 weeks after his death, there was already the first Bruce movie coming out that. It's just like Bruce Lee, but his last name spelled L-I, or Dragon Lee, like stuff like that. So this is the first collection from Severin. I think they're going to be putting more out because it is a volume 1. Comes with an insane 3-hour documentary called Enter the Clones of Bruce. Excellent set from Severin here. Like I haven't even started this yet, because I know once I get in, I'm just going to be sucked in for a week, basically watching all this shit. But
how many films are in there?
This one has
individual films.
Yes, it has 12.
Wow.
It's in a booklet like this as well. They're all like separated that kind of thing. Each movie has its own page. Comes with a huge freaking thick book.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into this, because a lot of them are just hilarious. Like they're just a joke, right? So I'm kind of excited for that. Hopefully it sells okay, so that Severin will put out another one.
Just don't burn out your player watching them all.
Yeah. Yeah, next time you have me on, it'll be like, my Blu-ray player don't work now, guys. I'm down to
and I blame Severin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop in with the summer of '84 release. This is
cool.
the
I haven't
Vinegar.
seen that.
Vinegar Syndrome Collector.
Yeah,
Edition.
I've seen the
Vinegar
movie, but I haven't seen that edition. That's nice.
comes with the hard box shell. You got the nice slipcover in there as well with the art.
So cool.
Yeah,
Love
that's a
that
beautiful
movie.
release from Vinegar.
Yeah, I really like it. And then it's got a little milk carton too in the inside, which you can like a pop-up milk carton you can do. I really love this movie too. So, Beau,
That's
I'm
a great
sorry.
film.
Beau, I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did, but
Oh, hey, I ended up like when you recommended it, I jumped over right away and bought it off Vinegar Syndrome. All they had left was just the standard 4K, which I'm fine with. But I didn't mind it. I don't know. I think it needs a couple more watches for me. A lot of movies, if I don't like it the first time, I totally give them second, third watches just to develop. Because a lot of times my expectations are too high. Like if someone's like, this movie's so awesome, this movie's so good, and then you watch and you're like, is it though?
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to develop my own opinion.
That makes sense. Let's see. I got one more box set. This was actually a gift from my brother. Phantasm set.
I love that set.
Can't really see it that well, but the Sentinels and the pretty cool gift. I mean, he sent it to me and he didn't tell me he was sending it, and I had no idea who sent it to me.
Oh, that's a nice.
Oh, really?
He told me,
nice.
but yeah, it was cool.
Jeez, gotta love gifts like that.
I haven't opened it yet because these things are pretty scary, so I'm gonna leave it inside. It's
cool. I know. I was thinking about getting. It's cool that we all showing different stuff too. We didn't choose the same box set because I don't have that one either. So all three that you've shown, I don't actually have in my collection, which is awesome.
Cool.
I know. I tried so hard to
Frank.
pick out of the box kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do another one here. Everybody's probably seen this one. I don't know how many people have it because it's not cheap, but this is the Godzilla Criterion collection.
Oh, wow.
From Criterion.
That's really nice.
It comes with from 1954 to 1975. It's just it's a table book size book basically, but it had the artwork in this thing is insane. For each page does a different movie. I'll just skim through it quickly here. Great artwork.
That's incredible.
Write up for each movie. The one thing I will complain about is this disc situation at the back here. I'm not a huge fan of these discs that are. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 sec. Killed myself here.
It's like flashback to the old CD books we had to carry with us.
Yes. And it's hard to get them out of the slots without like getting your fingers all over them. Frickin' irritates me. Like this one here is so stuck in it that you almost have to grab like a fork or something and try to pull it out, lift it up while you're pulling. Like that shit drives me nuts. So I'm not a fan of the way they put those in. But yeah, beautiful set here if you're a fan of Godzilla. This is, I believe, every single Godzilla movie from that era. But yeah, I haven't watched them all yet. I've only watched a handful.
Yeah, Kayla's saying that you better show off the Game of Thrones.
I'll do that quickly then right now. I did bring it over because I know it's one of her faves.
I thought that was going to be the first thing you showed.
It is
the
highlight of my entire collection probably. If you love Game of Thrones, this is an absolute must. It's like inside there. It's the all the different animals that represent the house. If you take out this key or the hand of the kingpin, it opens up and each season comes out in a record style with artwork representing each season.
Oh my God, unbelievable.
Yeah, this is probably one of the nicest box sets to ever be released, actually. Like, even if you're not a fan of Game of Thrones, the work that went into this freaking thing is just ridiculous. Like I said, each one of these things have artwork on them that represent all the major events that took place in that specific season. And then when you put them all together, it creates one overall great picture inside and behind the plastic there. It's pretty freaking cool. But obviously, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you have to.
I didn't even know that existed. That's fantastic.
I pre-ordered it years ago when the show ended back in 2019, I think, and I got lucky because I got it for a reasonable price. And now it's just ridiculous. I wouldn't even recommend paying what people are asking for it now because it's not worth that. I also have a 4K collection of Game of Thrones, which is also pretty nice. That's one thing. This is only the Blu-ray. Only Blu-ray represents.
That's so cool.
But yeah,
very impressive. Congrats.
Let me see here. It's my go, but Sam, I will not be showing off your True Blood box set. If that is something that you want to show off, you should have been on the show. I have only seen season 1, so that is something I cannot show off. I am sorry, my dear. I am going to be showing off a blast from my past. I remember seeing these in Blockbuster Video. And I've always wanted them, and then I finally managed to find them for a reasonably priced. But this is the Necronomicon DVD editions of Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Those are fucking awesome.
That's cool.
They're in fairly good shape. I don't think there's any splicing of the latex yet. Each book is completely artworked with pages from the book.
Wow!
And then,
just don't read it out loud.
No, actually, you can read it. They you can decipher. Like they're all actual words, but
let's do it. Let's summon the demons right now.
I never got around to actually trying to figure out what any of it says. So both books are like that, and they're both signed by the artist, and then it's just like the DVD. I can't remember who put it, but I think it's Anchor Bay put these out.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
that's cool.
This one doesn't have this one used to scream when you click the eyeball, but since then the batteries are dead because these books are almost as old as I am.
Yeah, those are classics.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never seen those before. That's awesome.
So it's cool to hang on to a lot of those because honestly, like, you probably can't even buy that anymore.
Oh, eBay. And then eBay or Marketplace, and even then to get ones that aren't like weathered, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, beating the shit out of.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other ones real quick?
I have one more thing after Aaron.
I've got two I just wanted to show together quickly. Ghost Watch, this 101 Films edition.
Nice.
What I love about this, it's got a lot of inserts and things, but it has the original screenplay with all the director's handwritten notes.
Wow,
it was her personal copy that they used to make this booklet.
That is cool.
I'm fairly new to this film. It was like a phenomenon in England. Scared the hell out of the entire country when it aired because they all thought it was real.
Wow!
Again, but Ghost Watch, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen it, so I will be checking it out.
I haven't either.
They aired it live. My co-host Ben actually watched it as a kid when it aired, and he thought it was real too, and it scared the living daylights out of him.
Jeez.
Terrified because they kind of presented it as a real
document,
like a special, right? They went in, they go into this house, and the house is supposedly haunted. Way ahead of its time. It's really good. Check out this.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. It's like the dawn of that genre, basically.
Really nice 101 Films. I think 101. I think it's a UK boutique. You can see 101 right there.
Yeah.
And this is new. It's the Hellraiser Quartet of Torment. Video.
That's a beautiful.
What's so cool about this is the artwork, right? Because it's like see through, and then if you open it up, it kind of like gets. I don't know if I can describe it. See, look. As you take it off, it gets even. It's like it gets all the way down to the skeleton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I guess it goes skeleton, the cover here, and then it folds into the opening there, and it's got this hardcover, really nice book. So
sold.
Yeah, I love this.
Buying that later, actually. I didn't.
And you guys it's so cool. Arrow Video UK and US. If you use AB Horror, you can get 10% off.
Oh, okay.
I use it too, and we don't really get any sort of a kickback for it. I just like letting other collectors know even if there's a sale, you get 10% off too.
Okay.
That's fucking awesome. Cool.
I know they just announced that set's going to be coming to America.
This one, yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. So I just wanted to show that something new anyway.
I
Yeah.
love that box. So that's really nice. Love how
Put it
freaking
back
deep
together.
that red is.
Yeah, it's cool. They did a really nice job. I'm having difficulty putting anything back together. I'll do it later. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's all I got. That's all I got for now.
Do I want to? Yeah, I'll show these off. I don't think anybody would care too much, but I'll show these off. These are all from Shout Factory.
Nice.
These are another thing that, like, I'll start off by saying Brendan and Sam already know this, but I'm a huge martial arts movie fan. So
Cool.
I'm living in a golden age right now because Arrow Video and Scream Factory and everybody is just it's like everybody's got hard-ons for fucking martial arts movies because they are coming out from everybody, all the boutique tables.
Yeah.
So I bought these 4 sets from Shout. They are all Shaw Brothers box sets. Each one has
That's cool.
pretty nice,
nice
set of movies. In total, there's 12 in each one of these box sets.
Wow.
First time ever on Blu-ray for every single movie in these, which is kind of wild. Made me had to get them. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched any of them yet, but I have watched the 2 Shaw Brothers box sets from Arrow Video that are also just amazing. And I loved every movie in those box sets, so I'm really looking forward to deep diving into all 4 of these ones. I recommend grabbing those. Each one comes with just a ton of movies on the back there. It's pretty stacked. Some of the titles are pretty wild too. It's just like Holy Flame of the Martial World and shit like that. It's freaking awesome. Like, I'm so excited to dive into these.
Is
yeah.
there?
You know what you'll be doing in August.
Yes, exactly.
Is there any overlap from the Arrow Shaw Brothers releases
Nope.
and the Scream
Every
Factory?
single movie is different on the releases. So these Shout Factory ones, they go all the way back into the early 60s. And they work their way, each box set works their way all the way up to the mid 80s when Shaw Brothers started to die off right before they went out of business. And the 2 Arrow ones are just spanned across all of the 70s and 80s, but none of the movies are the same. Each set has different movies. So I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah.
And
awesome.
then you just sent me that Arrow's releasing Volume 3. So that just got me so excited. I looked into some of those titles that are coming in that, and I'm like, oh man, because they're including 3 of them are horror movies, which Shaw Brothers in the 80s just went like fucking balls to the wall on horror movies. They are some of the craziest horror movies you will ever see. It's flying.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just fucking wild. Heads that just eat girls' abortions out and shit. Like it's fucked up shit. It's wild. They go bananas. So yeah,
that was in the Shaw Brothers box set.
Yeah, the movie was called The Boxer's Omen.
Okay.
It was in Volume 2 of the Shaw Scope collection from Arrow, and it had scenes in it that I've never seen in any other movie. It was just like, what the fuck am I watching? I still can't even tell you what the hell the movie was about. But the imagery was like, what am I looking at right now? Like, how is this legal? Like, it's fucking wild. But yeah, if you're ever interested in Shaw Brothers and looking into the history of them, it's pretty cool. And a lot of these martial arts films are really well made, well done. Some of the greatest martial arts movies to ever of all time.
Nice.
I'll shut up now about martial arts.
Good to know. Yeah.
Bore the audience to death.
There you go. Frank's Media and Reviews has a Bruce Lee box set from Arrow Video up. It's his
cool.
favorite in his collection.
Yeah, the Arrow Bruce Lee set. I know that one is nice. I have the one from Criterion. It's it only includes his like main top movies. It's pretty much everything he was in. Bruce Lee wasn't in a lot of movies. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know that, but he died quickly so he wasn't. All his movies come out in like a 3-year span.
Yeah,
and so that's all
I
he had.
think I knew that.
Yeah, even in my Bruce Lee box set from Criterion, the 5th movie that's included in that box set, halfway through the movie, Bruce Lee's dead at that point. So they have a stand-in. And then there's also a couple scenes where a guy's holding a picture. It's a cutout frame of Bruce Lee's head in front of his own face while he's acting. It's fucking epic as shit.
Just so they could finish the movie?
Yeah, like you can see the guy's
that?
eyes behind the cutout. And he's
Oh my
talking as if it's Bruce Lee.
Nothing to see here. Talk about an elephant in the room.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can I show one more thing quickly?
Yeah.
Brendan, do you have anything
Love
else? I mean, this isn't a
I
box
don't.
set or anything, but A Blade in the Dark from Vinegar Syndrome. Have you guys seen this?
I
What's
have
so cool
seen
is
it.
that it opens. Look at that. It's a hardcover, and it
Ooh.
opens up from the side.
Jeez, that is cool.
Comes out. There's some nudity there. Oh, look at this one. It's got a booklet. It's an Italian film.
Yes. I've heard
it's
it.
really the way they did it. The way they did it. You've seen it before?
I've never seen it, but I want to. I've heard it's really good.
The way they did that is so awesome, I think. And then it's like different on the inside. There's more blood.
I love that
Anyway.
box set.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is awesome. Vinegar Syndrome puts out a lot of those cool collector's editions. I've just recently been getting into collecting Vinegar. Here in Canada, they were outrageous. Like each movie was brutal, but now they've opened up stores here in Canada, so the shipping is free if you spend a certain amount of money. Where before it was just brutal. But so I just started collecting them.
They did a really nice edition of Censor. I don't know if you saw that, the British film a year or two ago.
I have it, but it's just the standard edition from Vinegar. It's not the cool collectors.
Such a great movie, right? I hope you like the movie.
It was cool.
I love that the frame gets smaller and smaller toward the end.
Yes.
She gets crazier. And
just the whole storyline in general was really unique, I thought. Sorry, I spilt my coffee, so I'm cleaning while talking.
No worries.
Cleaning and talking at the same time. It's like, nothing to be seen here. It's like the Bruce Lee scene I was describing.
Yeah, of course. Cool.
But
this has been fun.
Yeah, I could go on all night. Once you get me into let's talk about releases. Oh man, this podcast could go on for 3 hours at this point. I gotta control myself.
Maybe next time we'll do a part 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Totally
down.
I would definitely be down for that.
Let's see, real here quick. We'll hit up some Frank's media. He's got so many great box sets and limited editions. Y'all know I love my physical media.
Fuck yeah. I've seen some of his monthly releases where he shows off some of his stuff, and I'm so jealous. I even messaged him, man. I'm jealous.
Cool.
Freaking awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on for this little discussion that we got to do today. Let's rip through. Aaron, where can our people go find him? Please go subscribe.
Yes, on YouTube. So A&B Horror Movies. I co-host it with my friend Ben, who's in the UK, and we're on Instagram at AB Horror Movies, and I'm also Aaron's Movies 8587 on Instagram.
Absolutely, go check him out on Instagram. He's posting stacks all the time.
Yeah, I seen that. It's awesome.
Thanks.
And Beau, where can we find you?
I'm also on Instagram. I haven't really been keeping up to it because I just started my YouTube channel not too long ago. So I'm just trying to get going and get started here and I'm still kind of working out what I even want my YouTube channel to be one day. So I'm just kind of messing around and having fun. But yeah, like you've seen, I just knocked my entire camera over because I have it sitting up, leaning against some books. like it's just amateur hour over here. So yeah. I'm getting there. But yeah, check me out on YouTube. I just watch movies and talk about them.
Cool.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Remember to send us in your favorite Halloween movies for Sam, because we cannot wait to see and get that collaboration video uploaded around Halloween spooky season. We are Our Life in Horror, and you guys can find us on all of the social medias at Our Life in Horror. And always remember, guys, to stay spooky.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.